Why are most of us just getting by? I mean, getting by emotionally, financially. Our dreams seem to be some slithering, never able to catch idea. And I think being the new year is the perfect time for us to start talking about some of these things. And how do we actually achieve becoming the vision of ourselves that we want to see? I mean, most people, probably most of you here, have thought of something that you want to do different this year. Some New Year's resolution. Well, most people realize that about 99% of all New Year's resolutions do not last. And the reason they don't last is because we don't turn them into a habit. Like if I want to work out more, if I want to, whatever it is, if I want to write more love letters to Jill, if I want whatever, I have to take that and continue to force myself to do the thing until it becomes a habit. And nothing becomes a habit, psychologists say, between basically 28 days to 8 weeks. And then once that happens, it becomes part of who you are. So if you want your New Year's resolution to stick, you have to continue to force yourself until it becomes a habit, until you wake up and you go, oh, I have an appointment with myself to go to the gym. Just like I would if y'all had an appointment for me and Jim to go have coffee, or me and Wayne to have lunch on Wednesday. You know, when you prioritize yourself the same way you do other people in those meetings, all of a sudden you make your reality of that what you have, like, come true. I think about this because I've struggled this past year with finances, especially because of the legal stuff and a bunch of other things that has been a drain. And I look around everywhere and there's just abundance, like just crazy abundance everywhere. And I think of like me and Dean and a few others, we planted a bunch of fruits and vegetables for us to eat out here and to share. One little tree, you know, one little tomato, all these things, just huge abundance. Cucumbers growing out the wazoo. Like it's so easy to have an abundance of food, good, clean food. Like all of these things are so easy. And being in this group, we have all the facilities to do it for ourselves. Like we just have them all. And we should not only continue to use them, but we should use them better. Because we don't. We don't use them as well as we should. And that is a large part because a lot of people over the course of the past 2-3 years slowly have not come here because they were afraid of our government persecution. Like, oh, you people must be a cult, or y'all must be doing something crazy, government's after you. I get it, like I understand. I mean, I think it's sophomoric and stupid, but I understand. But we have these facilities and we should use it. There should not be any reason why any of us, especially, but anybody in the world should not have an abundance of food, good, clean food. If you are broke financially, it is your fault. That's a fact. It is your fault if you are 40 or 50 years old and you are broke. It is your fault. Maybe not when you're 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, because my struggles this year are my fault. I have nobody else to blame. I did not prepare. I just didn't. I was too focused on other things, and then life and circumstances hit me when I wasn't expecting it. So that's my fault. I can't blame anybody else. I can't. That would not be manly. It would not be an exercise of my feminine nature to recognize, hey, you got to open up. Realize, hey, you make mistakes. Now, I don't have to beat myself up over it. I can forgive myself, just like y'all can too. But it's easy. We have this new year. We need resets. We need them. And all of you people, I do appreciate y'all starting the new year off with buying my book. I just saw the numbers this morning for the first few days. Thank you. I hope y'all enjoy it. And if you haven't gotten it, please get it. It helps us out here a lot. You know, we think, like a lot of people think, oh, my house is never going to go down in value, or I got a little Bitcoin, I got a little gold or silver. My retirement account's always going to be kind of steady. But most people don't manage their assets at all, and they easily get in trouble. And we have this normalcy bias, like the world's never going to change. You know, like we live in the United States, we can all see over the decades it's increasingly became something it wasn't when we were kids. And most people don't want their kids riding around on their bicycles at night. You know, they want them to get in, they're kind of afraid. It's a different kind of world. When I went to high school, everybody had guns in their vehicles. Everybody. Like, it was abnormal to not have a gun rack in the back of your truck at high school. And there was never, not one time ever, any consideration of somebody shooting somebody from all those shotguns and everything else in the truck. Like, it was just not a thought. Something's happened. There's something weird going on with ourselves. So if we just jump from way back then until right now, we would be in shock. But we're not in shock because we've just slowly dripped and dripped and dripped until it's become a big change. And we have to start recognizing those little bitty drips, because our housing prices aren't always going to be high. Or it's artificially high, like inflation. You know, you think, okay, I could sell my house for $100,000 more today, but is that $100,000 going to buy you anything extra? No, because now everything is 2 and 3 or 4 times more than what it was before. We're lying to ourselves over and over and over again. And I'm going to tell everybody knows this. You cannot know yourself if you don't have time. If all you do is get up in the morning, you go to work, you stress out, you work late hours, you're building your business like Matt's doing now. You don't have time for yourself. So if you don't have freedom coupons, which I call, that's my word for money, it's freedom coupons. You got to have them. It's a currency. If you don't have freedom coupons, you don't have time to reflect upon yourself. And that's a stupid construct that we live in, but it's the reality. We can't escape it. Like, you know, if I want a reliable vehicle, I got to go buy a reliable vehicle. You know, I could just, poof, they're going to give it to me. It's kind of a weird thing, right? I could get a horse and carriage, but boy, I don't really feel like being Amish. I don't know. You know, I mean, I like those people, but... And one of the problems, the construct of what we do and what we live in now is because most everybody doesn't understand money. They just don't. I mentioned this a lot recently over the past couple of months. I'll throw it in a slide or two. People just think I go to work and they pay me this money. Nobody knows where the money comes from. Almost nobody. They just don't. I'm going to tell you something that's just weird. It's going to sound weird to y'all. Every dollar that you've ever had, any money that's in your pocket, whatever money is in your bank, it is all debt. We have a debt-based system. If all the debt was paid off, we would have nothing to exchange. There would be nothing to go. People don't understand that. People don't understand anything about money. The inflation is a tax. It's a direct tax. It's not from some, you know, Trump's doing this and that. Of course, those play little parts in it. But it's way bigger than that. I highly, highly recommend, especially you guys here and all of you thousands that listen, you could do yourself such a massive favor by just reading or listening to The Creature from Jekyll Island. If you don't understand your money, and you don't understand how money works and how it flows locally, internationally, you're behind the 8 ball. You're not going to, the likelihood of you really getting ahead ever is pretty slim. And if you don't understand how that all works, why we would go to a country like Venezuela or Iraq, Syria, Iran, all of these crazy things that make us an accomplice in crime, you should understand the Confessions of an Economic Hitman. It's a fantastic book that it really explains it all well. We have been trained to not use our critical mind. There's the buzzer. Stop thinking about this subject. Go to the next subject. Do not ask me any questions. Go home, boy, and keep your mouth shut. Same way in every church I've ever been to. Do not ask me questions. Do not do it. Your questions irritate me. Ask your economics professor what money is, and you're going to get a real weird answer. And it's not going to be the truth because they don't know either. It's pretty sad. I've been wondering how to, like to this group, I've been trading commodities my entire life. And I'm done really well at it most of the time. And if you don't understand Dr. Copper, like most people, I'm not guaranteeing nobody here understands what I'm saying. Dr. Copper. Copper is considered a doctor by people in high finance and people that run the world. Why? Because copper dictates what's happening globally. What are we doing? How are we expanding? Are we increasing or decreasing? What is happening? Everything runs on copper. Energy goes through copper. Everything is with copper. So if you don't understand copper, you don't understand a lot. It's kind of like flying an airplane blind. We're just flying our financial life blind. We eat it. Why has not anybody been taught that you should understand what's happening with copper and grains? You should know how much corn is available. You should know how much wheat's available. Why do we not understand? We just want to rely on Walmart or Sam's or Kroger to get everything we need. And we have no idea if there's enough of it. Oh, why is the price higher? Oh, because there was a bad harvest? God, what happens if there was no harvest? What do? Like, we need groups like these all over the world just like to get together and help each other out and grow and make sure we have stuff. Make sure we can eat and be comfortable. Make sure that if somebody has a need or a problem, we can help them the best we can. To all of you out there that have been slowly accumulating gold and silver over the past 12 years, good for you. Way to go, Steve. I've been doing the same thing for a very, very long time. Jill started buying silver when it was somewhere in the neighborhood of, $20 an ounce? I just topped at 85 the other day. It's going to have a pullback for sure, but I'm definitely no financial advisor, so don't listen to me. I'm just a guy that trades and makes money on commodities. Nothing happens overnight. We get in these financial stretches, like we have somebody here that was telling me about how somebody cut their hours at work and it's stressful, and now I got to do this other crap. Like, all that's stressful. Like, it's super, super stressful. But to not make plans and to not be very active in doing something else, like relying on somebody else that is causing you pain. Like, if your job is continuously jerking you around and you're not, bam, going out hard and fast until you find something that you can tolerate that makes a living, you're spinning your wheels and you're spinning more stress. If you don't like what you're doing, find something else or force yourself to like it. You're not going to win the lottery. You're not just going to have money. I mean, you might have friends like us that'll help you out in bad times. There are a lot of people that just think, oh, my grandma's about to die and I'm going to inherit her house, so, my life's going to be fine. That's just BS. Like, it's not, you might be a little fine for a year, but you're not. You're not going to get wealthy by not doing hard work and surrounding yourself with good people. I mean solid people. I don't mean fly-by-night yahoos. If you are not active in your group, like this group, if you're not active, like, what are you doing? We're social beings. We know that if all of y'all got locked up right now in an isolation chamber in jail, it's the worst form of torture. It's the worst. We need each other. We are human creatures. Like, we have to have each other. So if we have to have each other, why don't we go out of our way? Because most people are lonely. They're miserable. Even I get lonely. I know every one of y'all get lonely. Y'all feel like you're only in your own world and you're just lonely. Well, hell, we see each other every week and sometimes 2 or 3 times during the week. Why would any of us feel lonely? Why would I feel lonely sometimes? I mean, Jim, I see Dean every day. I see Jim a couple of times a week. I see you and you and you. Like, why would any of us feel lonely? Do we not trust ourselves enough just to be vulnerable? Like, hey, I want to go have coffee with you, Jim. I don't really have anything to talk about, but just want to be with my buddy. Makes you feel good. And I know if you couldn't help me with a problem, you probably could guide me to somebody who could. We don't know our bakers, our butchers, our farmers. We don't even know the teachers that teach our kids. We meet them at some meeting and we don't know what the hell they're being taught. I am a massive believer, as most of y'all know, in the decentralization of everything. We should have, and we do have in this group, we have the ability, and we do, when the seasons are right, we grow food for each other, we take care of each other. Vicariously through me, y'all get to know your butcher because y'all get to eat the cows out here. Y'all get to participate. But how many of us know our farmers? How many really know the teachers that are teaching us? All these other weird things that we just take for granted. We think everything comes from one space. We are lied to. We have the illusion of choice in Walmart, in Kroger, and all of these places. They're owned by a few corporations. There's not where we take these cows, we'll take them to Carthage, and they do a fantastic job. You get to go in there and talk to them. You get to love on them. They'll tell you different, oh, this cow looks this way, so let's cut the meat just a little bit there. Well, I don't have that ability at the butcher at Kroger. No, you just don't. We need to really think about all the little details that we just take for granted. I thought about my mother and being offensive to some people when she told me that yesterday. My first thought was, I made this slide. I changed it because it did say, stop being a whiny little bitch. And so I said, okay, I probably shouldn't be so aggressive with that language. Just don't be a whiny baby. I prefer the other one, but all right, Mom, I'll listen. We have to do the uncomfortable things. We have to be inconvenienced. We have to go out of our way. If we want to develop and grow, we have to stretch our minds. We have to be critical thinkers. We have to be willing to get offended. If you are not offended, or I think there comes a point, like it's almost impossible. I can't imagine somebody offended me. But I've been offended many times in my life. And it's easy. Everybody's offended now. You should be offended. You should ask yourself every time you're offended, why? Why did that offend me? Why does that even matter? Just why? Why? Stay disciplined. Stop complaining and just do. Just do it. Whatever it is. You want another job? You need more money? Go find a way to do it. Stop being a whiny baby. Just do it. Nobody wants to hear anybody's problems. We got friends, and I can talk to my issues with Wayne over lunch. I can have coffee with Jim. But if I'm walking around as a whine baby, who in the hell is going to want to hang out around me? Or any of y'all? Nobody. Like I love Steve. I know his back hurts sometimes, and he'll be a whiny baby about it. And I don't, it's great to hear. Like, yeah, I can tell you're hurting, Steve. I love you. Is there something I can do for you? No. But then he'll bitch a little bit more. Now he's a whiny baby. I got to leave. Had enough coffee, Steve. I got to go. I mean, I'm kind of pulling your leg a little bit, but, maybe not. I don't know. Life requires us to do things we don't want to do. So in those moments, you can either learn to love them or you can just stay miserable and continue to be a whiny baby. Just learn how to love it. And there is no such thing. I used to believe this as I was growing up and all the things I've done in my life, like, we got to find our passion, find what you love. Man, there's a lot of BS in that, and there's a lot of books that are written about it. And find something you enjoy the best you can. And if you don't enjoy, find a way to enjoy it and make it work for you. Finding your passion to make your living is the most ridiculous idea ever, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you change. Markets change. You evolve in your thinking every day. So what you loved yesterday, you might not love tomorrow. But boy, I chased after that passion, and now I'm a glass blower, and now I really hate the heat, and I don't like glass anymore. It happens. You see it everywhere. I mean, how many people go through college with their degrees, go out and do it, and then everything in their life has nothing to do with their degrees, nothing to do with whatever they went to school for. Everywhere. Finding your passion is BS. Do what you like. Make yourself like it. And if you don't like it, find something else to do. It's not difficult. You are the only one to blame for being miserable. It's all in your mind. And it's all in who you hang around. If you hang around a bunch of guys like Steve who want to bitch and moan about his physical ailments, I'm messing with you again, Steve, on purpose because I love you. You're going to be miserable. If you're going to be around negative people, it's bad. So stop it. Like most people live in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Like we have our bodily issues, we need safety, we need our house, and then social connections. But most people just barely get out of that housing thing. Because they're always worried about paying rent or their mortgage, or they don't have the time. They don't have enough freedom coupons to reach self-actualization. They don't have freedom. And our society is meant for us not to have freedom. As counterintuitive as that is a fact. We have the ability to swim and navigate this world just like Wayne has done, to start accumulating enough freedom coupons where you can experience freedom in the land of the free. It's the strangest thing. It's so odd. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. And if you don't do what you say you're going to do, you're never going to have anything. None of your dreams are coming true. Nobody's going to like you, not even the whiny babies. You got to do whatever you say. If Megan comes up to me right now and shakes my hand and says, Kevin, I'm doing this thing right now. If she doesn't do it, well, then I'm going to think she's a liar, and then I won't believe anything she ever says again till she proves it again. Like, you either keep your word or you have nothing. You're not going to have your boss is not going to want you to do safety meetings. Nobody else, I wouldn't count on you to do a presentation last week, Jacob. Like, nobody. If you don't keep your word, you have nothing. You have no real friends, you have no real marriage, you have no family you can trust. You're never going to be successful at anything unless you keep your word. You're going to do just enough to get by, and that's it. Your word is everything. Not just a little thing, it's everything. Nothing else matters without it. So, to help us have a little reset, y'all try to stop using your social media for a day. Like just a day, just don't use it for a day. Take a little fast, like we take intermediate fast all the time, 12 hours, 48 hours, whatever. Take a 12, 13, 14, 18 hour, whatever fast from your phones. Just do it. And if you're not going to do it, make sure to go to our stuff and like it. But we need a reset, right? That's why we have a new year. That's why we have sleep. That's why we have rest. We need to rest from this madness, the news. Like, we have each other. We can talk and love each other and have a great time without being stressed out over comparing myself to X, Y, and Z. It's kind of crazy that we do this to each other. It doesn't make any sense. I'd like to ask y'all too to do another practice of not looking in the mirror. Just don't look in the mirror for a whole day, or maybe 2 days or 3 days. Everything that you do it from here. How am I going to dress today? How do I feel? Do I feel wonderful and classy? Then go put on a wonderful and classy shirt. If you feel like you're going to go do some manual labor, you're going to go tend to the cows that want to rush in here right now, what you want to do is wear something of work. But just don't look at yourself. Live like those cows do. Just live like they do. I love you, cows. Thanks for joining us with us. And today, I just want all of y'all to know that we are getting very serious about this year and our events. We really were lazy about it last year. We didn't really give enough consideration to get it done. And if y'all have any ideas, we had one of the most beautiful events out here a little over a year ago, where we had ice baths, we had meditations, we had groups, everything. We had bonfires, ecstatic dance. Like, it was just fantastic. And we're doing that again. And we're doing it in a big way. So y'all just get ready for that. We got a bunch of stuff coming. And we're going to get a lot more serious about developing our relationships in this group, even though we already do it a lot. I think we started to have men, us get together every month, and then the girls started to get together, and then everybody just gets lazy, we just get lazy. We're not going to be lazy this year. We're going to turn that into a non-habit. It's not going to be a part of our vocabulary. We're just going to do. We're just going to do. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. Mom, I purposefully lowered my tone, but I don't think I did a very good job. So I love you. See ya.